Forever Synth.
Welcome to Forever Synth here on Riverside Radio. My name's Joe Ward and we are joined today by my wonderful co-host Rob Dyson, who again is at home.
How you doing, Joe? Sorry, I know it's so strange because I'm not sat opposite you behind the spit screen or whatever it is in the studio.
Yeah, the splatter guard or whatever you want to call it.
I'm still social distancing. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Thanks for being here, man. I mean, I think we've both had issues today. I mean, you've certainly had a toughie. I broke a lift, so in a very sort of high-ish profile client. So
I put off at it today with yeah.
I hope we're not bereft of ideas for tonight's show because we like to try and keep things sharp and witty, don't we? So we'll try our best. We'll sort of
try our level best. Hey, and this is like the first proper episode I think that people are going to hear from the relaunch because last week was a bit of the lost episode. It didn't record.
Yeah, it didn't record. So it's basically the lost episode 77, which actually would be quite a good idea. Sort of maybe later down the line when we kind of do when we've got a bit more merch, we might buy a bit ourselves. We can hand out a prize. What was the opening track to the lost episode? We can always. Everyone's got a lost something, haven't they? Like the Beatles have got a lost album.
I was there. I heard Lost 77.
That's
I
actually,
remember people saying I saw Stone Roses first play.
That's actually a pretty good idea. I really like that actually. Yeah, I might get to.
Dyson's got one.
I might get to Glenn on that one.
You get a t-shirt.
Nah, sounds good. Right, tonight we've got a special treat for you guys. We're going to be talking to Nina and LAU a little bit later on, around about, about 20 to the hour, 20 to 8, I think. And we've got a couple of premieres coming up, or premieres, if however you like to say it. Yoru Synthwave coming up, and we've also got a new track by Neon Arcadia and Xennon. But Ashley beat us to the punch, didn't she? She got it up on the premiere onto her website, Lucky Pup. Yeah. And we spoke a bit about Josh Daly last week. I finally got the track uploaded, Missing You by @1980, and of course Team Sweatwave. We couldn't go without playing a Team Sweatwave track, so plenty coming up, and it's a 2-hour show.
2-hour special, you lucky people. We only got 60 minutes for the lost episode.
Yeah,
we're back on form.
Exactly. So stick with us. We're here till 9 o'clock tonight. The time I'm looking at right now says 7:27, but that's obviously wrong. So if you hear me say times incorrectly, tweet in at Forever Synth. And just a reminder, we're not only on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all that. We're on a bunch of different radio stations. Now, slight change around. We will no longer be on a particular station. Doesn't matter. Yeah. It is what it is. So let's see if we can do it in the right order again, shall we, Rob? But without the first one. So the first one is KB Indie and a Neo Radio.
Mod Snap Radio. I've done it in the wrong order.
No, I don't think so. And then Progwave Radio.
Progwave. And what's the other one?
SLE Radio. Yeah, we should definitely have these written down. Well, at least you should, because you've got a lot of post-it notes probably around the computer. And then last of all, of course, RetroSynth YouTube channel will be syndicating all of our episodes onto their wonderful channel with lots of followers.
So cool. What are they doing to animate? Are they animating us like they used to do with the
They're putting some sort of pictures and graphics and things like, which is great of them. So all good, man.
Thanks,
all good. Right, we've chatted a little too long there, I'd say. So let's get on with the show. The first track, it is a premiere. It's Yoru or Yoru Synthwave, and the track is Way Back Home featuring Del Anov. And then after that, we're going to have Neon Arcadia and Xennon with their new track Chemicals. Stay tuned.
Control it.
Welcome back to Forever Synth. I'm joined by Rob Dyson, who is very, very far away, and that was very Xennon. You can tell by the lyrics there that that's got him all over, isn't it? He's kind of adds that kind of what was it back in the the noughties, Rob? It was kind of like a pop punky kind of emo-y kind of thing,
kind of wave, late 90s, early 2000s.
You can hear that in his album
by that point.
You were, but
John Martin,
and probably dining with David Attenborough, things like that. Yeah, as you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. I mean, that's got echoes of Flashback to Holly, isn't it, as well? And of course, we can't obviously fail to mention Benny, of course. Well, but not just Benny, but Neon Arcadia, obviously, are the other people of that track. So great track, guys. And next time, give us the damn premiere, huh?
Oh,
give us the damn premiere.
We might have got the audio premiere. I don't know. Did they Synth beat us to it?
They certainly set out to try that from the latest tweets, I think, haven't they? Those guys like, we're gonna have to put our show on a different night or whatever.
We're in a turf
Bring
war.
it on, guys. Turf war.
Jules and Dennis. Yeah,
you can have America if you like, and I'll keep my UK. Oh, dear.
Soon we'll take over the world.
Right, next track's coming up. So this one actually is something I've been absolutely chomping at the bit to play for ages. I tried doing it when Martin Larby came on, aka Patrick Fateman. He's really into his vaporwave, and he really, really, really wanted this track to be played. It's Mr. Sparkle by Timeshare 1984. And it's, I don't know, have you actually heard it, Rob?
I haven't. You'll be premiering it to me too. Was it the corrupt file? He tried to send it to us, and we couldn't play it.
It's because it has, I think, like katakana in the metadata, and I think it doesn't recognise that sort of stuff. So that literally, as soon as I got rid of the katakana, Japanese alphabet, then it seemed to suddenly be okay. So yeah, it's going to play.
So it's a racist database. Music database.
Racist database. Yeah.
I've had enough of that this week.
Yeah. Down with racism. Just put it out there. So definitely we're going to listen to that any second now. And after that, we're going to have Missing You by at 1980. And that's not the John Waite version. I've been missing you.
I'm missing you since you've been gone
away. Which is a great song, and I would actually love to play that. And maybe one day when we're bored of synthwave, which is it going to happen, Rob? Do you think we'll ever get bored?
I'll be getting close. No, never.
No,
Xennon
never.
could do a cover of
We're
it.
here. We're here for life. Here for life. You're stuck with us. So here we go. Mr. Sparkle, Timeshare 984, and I'm Missing You by at 1980. Stay tuned. We're going to have a bit of Team Sweatwave after the break.
Mr. Sparkle, all people. You have chosen wisely, but please don't leave me. Observe this commercial.
I'm doing fine.
Welcome back. That was I love that song. I put that in my track of the week. I think it was a couple of weeks ago already.
Yeah. Hey, man, time flies when you're in lockdown.
Oh yes, it certainly does. But you did well when you were washing your shopping for an hour and 45 minutes the other day. You were sort of tuning into the Helsinki Synth Collective live event, weren't you?
Yeah, I love the inanity. Is that the word of our conversations off air? Yeah, it was good, man. I caught mainly Millennium Falcon and Ace Buchanan sets. Really good. The production levels was really high, man. They're in like a studio, and they had these little bits in between that almost introduced them. They were competitors. They were like survivors, and it was like, and now Ace Buchanan, and you had a little bit of Ace Buchanan like revolving like you would on Mortal Kombat, the video game or something, holding his guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, really good. It makes a big difference, doesn't it, when you're watching a live stream and it's not in somebody's bedroom or front room?
Oh, definitely.
Sounds a bit
yeah,
broken.
I mean, you could sort of look back to like the first Retro Reverb Time Slave one, couldn't you? Where that it was a practice. Let's be honest, it was a test run just to see if it could be done, and there were definitely technical issues. I mean, Dark Smoke Signal was basically using what was the first ever internet company? I remember I'm just thinking the early AOL dial-up days when you had the sort of the lady with the bob. I don't know if you remember, like we're talking that old, that bad internet connection. So, as much as we heard the music, I mean, literally he was bopping. He was really going like for the dancing, but it was literally like a Lee Evans sketch up on the thing where he's just like stopping and starting, like, the frame rate was just like so low.
Bless him.
Yeah, but again, great set. Well done, Alex. Well done.
Yeah, no. And I've really enjoyed all of them. Not to repeat the last episode, but there was such a flurry of streams, live streams, and I think we were both pleased to catch artists that we wouldn't have seen otherwise, and it's brightened up the pandemic a little bit.
And I think what it did as well, because there were so many, I mean, let's be honest, there are some people that will actually sit there and watch every single one of them, and I'm just not that kind of person. I can't find the time. As much as I will always try to tune in and see what I can, it kind of at least meant that, if you got a bit of FOMO for one of them, then there's always another one. But I think I feel like we're probably coming to the end of them now. I don't see many other people sort of going for it because we're starting to come out of lockdown, things are starting to open up, maybe we're sort of the next, the step closer to a drive-in live event perhaps, which seems to have been touted, doesn't it? But I like a pint at my live event, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go down. A pint
take a bottle of, what am I drinking at the moment? I'm cheeky having a beer, McEwen's Levy Scottish beer, Levy. So, I'm going to a drive-in theatre to see Back to the Future.
Oh, cool. Whereabouts?
In July. They haven't said yet. It's somewhere in South London, and I'm South London, so that's good. But they haven't revealed the venue location. It's on July the 8th, and it's my favourite movie. It's my son's one of his favourite movies, probably age inappropriate.
Probably, even though I don't watch it as much as other 80s movies, I could simply watch it on repeat, and if I'm halfway through it, I like on TV, I will just watch it from there. I don't care if I've missed the first hour. I'll just crack on with it because I know what's happened. It's a feel-good film. And for what it was at the time, I would have loved to have been your age when that film came out. You must have been absolutely mesmerised.
I was 25. No, I must have been when it came out. I guess I was 7 or 8.
And was it a 12 or is it a PG?
No, because the first 12, or at least in the UK, Fat Fans, was Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, and I just turned 11, and my dad blagged me into the cinema and said I just turned 12, and I was the most 8-year-old looking 11-year-old already.
Did you have that ponytail yet that you had in your like early adult life?
No, that came much later when I was sort of 15, 16.
Oh, good job. Oh, glad people didn't have to see that.
Valid use to me.
Right then, dude, should we crack on with a little bit of music? Should we play a bit of Team Sweatwave?
Yes, come on.
Let's get motivated, because quite frankly, my motivation just hasn't been there for the last few days, and I need a bit. This is Limber Up, Team Sweatwave, and Mandy May.
Welcome everybody to Team Sweatwave. I'm your instructor, Mandy May. Today, we are going to do a full body workout. We are going to focus on our arms, our legs, our core, but most importantly, those glutes. You ready? All right. Let's hum it up. Let's go. Left, right, left. Now to the right, left, right. One more time now. To the right we go. To the left. Right, left, now to the right, left, right. Now let's add those arms. Switch. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. One more time. Arms up, down, up, arms down. Great job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Left, right, left. Now to the right, left, right. One more time now. To the right we go. To the left, right, left. Now to the right, left. We're almost there, everybody. Here comes the cool down. I sure hope you're feeling this, because I am. You've made it to the halfway point. Feel free to take a quick breather, grab yourself a glass of water, and let's keep moving. The most important thing is to make sure you're breathing while you're stretching. And reach, and breathe, and one more time. All right, let's hum it up. Let's go. Left, right, left. Now to the right. Left, right. One more time now. To the right we go. To the left, right, left.
welcome back to Forever Synth. Right, we have got Nina and LAU ready and waiting in the background, so we're going to get a couple of tracks playing first, just to kind of tide us over. The first one is a trio that we spoke to from up north. They're Hot Minute, and the track is called Drive. Up to North. And then we are actually going to hear the first track of Nina and LAU, which is Unnoticed. So they're going to play back to back, and in the backdrop, we're going to be getting everything ready for a chat with Nina and LAU. So stay tuned for that. Speak to you in a sec.
Woo.
had an intro all set out, but I've just been watching Nina and LAU dancing on Zoom to our jingle, which has just completely
really
taken the concentration out of my mind. Basically, that was Unnoticed, the new album of Synthian by Nina and LAU, and they are joining us right here, right now on Forever Synth on Riverside Radio. Girls, thank you so much for joining. Yay, they're here. Woo!
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Good to
How
see
you doing,
guys.
guys?
It's been a while.
It
Been a long
has.
time.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I mean,
When you last came on?
Years.
when was it?
A year or two.
I think so.
It's been a
definitely.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been
Long.
because it was before State of the Synths and Rise of the Synths, sorry. And you reminded me, Nina, that I keep talking too much and talking over you, so I'm not going to talk much. I'm sorry.
He will.
Oh well, talk. I mean, it's less talking for me.
That's not the point. That's not why you're here. We want lots of
guess
talking
so.
from you
I
two.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago when we released Sleepwalking.
Well,
I think
actually,
it was 2018.
technically, we weren't actually going. Well, I was just about going about 2 years ago, but the show was called Ever Since the 80s, so I think that's probably even a bit of a push. But we definitely did speak about the album Sleepwalking, which I'm sure we'll briefly sort of mention later on. But what I want to ask first is, obviously, new album. If the word Synthian was to find its way into the Oxford English Dictionary, mind you, what would Synthian mean? What would it say? What would we see in the dictionary?
It would be very supportive human beings.
Being
Nice.
Synthian. Oh, so it's like a. Is there a Synthian and a Synthian with an extra N and an E at the end of it, or is it just there's no?
It would just be Synthian. That's
Synthian,
the only
okay.
way you can ever say that. It stands just by itself, and
Okay.
it's like bang, epic.
Yeah, it has no,
Bang,
it has no
epic.
gender. It's just
It has no
pure love.
gender. It's pure love. That's it. Well said, Lau.
Pure love and pure synth. That's all
Ah,
it
I love it.
Pure love for the synth.
Good.
Can it be attributed to your good fans? Are we all Synthians?
Of course.
We are pure love, after all.
You're pure love. Absolutely. We all love.
I mean, I'm not sure if I've got enough love to go around at the moment. This blooming lockdown's absolutely killing me inside. But, you know,
I know.
it's difficult, isn't it? And obviously, you're in Berlin, Nina, and LAU, you're here in London. Have you been sort of producing things sort of, you know, at a distance, or have things kind of taken a bit of a downward turn in terms of productivity?
We've both been busy with our own projects as well, with side projects,
course.
and I've got my debut album coming out. Nina's got side projects as well. So we've been very, very busy, but we're just enjoying Synthia being out and enjoying all the success and all the sales and the charting positions and everything. So it's been great. But yeah, we don't stop being creative. I think we're constantly planning releases. We're working on a couple of other releases at the moment, actually.
Good.
Ooh, new stuff.
It's crazy, but yeah, you can see Synthian, which it took us 2 years to make, but we already have 2 other EPs that are coming
Really?
out.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, so we're like
Yes!
always working ahead, you know.
Heard it here
So
first.
yeah, we don't stop doing it now.
We
always have
never
something going
stop.
on.
I know. We never stop. That's like it's.
Ollie Ride
that's our
song,
life.
just threw that in there. Well done. Nice
I
done.
know a song about that.
Sorry, FM
Never
84.
stop.
Which is great. I mean, I think that we've said it a few times in recent weeks that this whole thing has kind of really separated the wheat from the chaff. There are those that lose their sense of productivity and get up and go, but you two appear to be the opposite of that. And, you know, I certainly take inspiration from that because I've got my fingers in a few different pies, but certainly not in terms of, you know, projects and things. I'm jealous. You know, I love the fact that you two have actually managed to keep
Physical
your
pies. Just like putting your fingers in pies, you dirty boy.
pucker pies, I might add, from
I was
fish and
gonna
chip
say,
shop.
but I
American
didn't. I thought
pie.
it was maybe stepping a bit too far.
Anything goes
Let's think
in the
about
show.
American pie now.
Yeah,
Great.
I know it to be true.
So yeah, Rob, go ahead with your questions, dude. I know you've got loads because you had a really good listen to the album again today, didn't you?
I did, and I like it a lot, and I like LAU. I love your single, as you know, because I sent you a video of me knocking everything over on my shelf,
Yes.
dancing around to it in this very room with the camera facing the other way.
Loved it.
Thanks very
How
much.
can you not dance? How can you not move to that song? I mean, come on.
It's impossible, physically impossible.
I'm
Every time I
already-
put it on-
Only
already
idiots.
visualizing-
Only
yeah,
idiots.
I'm visualizing the video already. We might be doing a video.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I can't talk much about it.
Oh,
but
tell
it
us
might-
more. Tell us more. We want to know.
Yeah,
Come
go
on.
on.
That's why we're doing
Go on.
this.
There's
I'm
16.
gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out there, but it's not confirmed. But yeah, I think I'm doing a video with in conjunction with new retrowave motors.
Ooh. Oh
So
wow, that's cool.
They're gonna be
Ooh.
filming my video, and
Exclusive.
I like to box, so I think there's gonna be a lot of boxing in that video.
Oh god.
So-
That's amazing. Yeah, they're
And
really
amazing
good.
cars. So that's
Yeah.
anyway. That's what
That's very
I
cool.
I hope it's gonna happen. So
You're going to have to socially distance film it.
Yeah.
I'd be punching a
gloves.
bag. Yeah. I mean,
It's you in the
Boxing
bag.
gloves.
Another reason to stay 2 meters away from you then.
Away. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I was going to say, like, it's been a while since we've had you on, and first time I think for you, Lau. And here you are with both new, got new releases. People have seen the rise of the synths. A lot more people because they were streaming it the other week. Seems that you're both working at your absolute peak. Fill us in on what's been going on the last year. You just said it's taken you 2 years to produce Synthians. You've been working, Lau, on Stunning. You're still working on Stunning, or it's almost ready to be released now? Has it just been a whirlwind?
Coming out, the single's coming out in 2 weeks. The album I'm nearly finished with, which is 8 tracks. So that'll be released in a couple of months, maybe 3 months or so. But yeah, and again, Nina is super busy with other bits and pieces as well.
Bits and pieces. Are you doing any more writing? Are you doing any more writing with Ricky Wilde?
Definitely, we will. He keeps asking, and
Does
I keep
he?
saying
I bet
yes.
he does. I sort of know how that came about. You were introduced by Ricky's friend of many years, Lee Bennett, I think. What was that process like, man? How did you cut Runaway, which is a great track, by the way, and a little bit Kim Wilde?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Kim Wilde listened to the album and she loved it.
No way!
Yeah, we got a
Oh,
text
mate.
message. Yeah, we were super
We're
excited.
over the moon.
And
That is very cool.
she was probably
Nina,
listening.
you can say how we met Ricky. You can tell the story better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was super cool. So Lee, his friend Lee, we were at the midnight concert and just minding our own business, enjoying the show. And then we had Lee come over to us and he was basically saying, "Aren't you Nina?" So yeah, I mean, that's me. My name is Nina. And he was like, "Well, my mate over there, his name is Ricky Wilde. Like, he loves your music. He'd love to collaborate with you guys." And
very nice.
Did you know who he was, or did you go?
I didn't know. He actually did say,
Ricky?
"Look, it's Ricky Wilde. It's Kim Wilde's brother." So he said it because otherwise, I don't think I would have known.
I wouldn't have recognised him. I didn't know he's a bit of a larger guy than he was back in the day.
Yeah.
Careful, Rob.
Look, I mean, he's
Careful.
such a legend. He's been around since forever. I mean, he's been doing music since he was a teenager, which is incredible. And anyway, so that's kind of how it came about. And literally a few days later or a week later, we met up and wrote the tracks. First, we wrote "Gave Up on Us" and then "Run Away" another day.
Wow, 2 days. That's it. Cut, done. Professionals. 2 new singles.
I was hoping to meet them at the there was a big 80s festival going to be going on down in Southampton. I don't know if you guys were going to that, but I know you weren't, Rob, because fatherhood and everything. But it was so exciting, and I was all gone to pot blast.
Another casualty of COVID.
Another casualty of COVID, exactly.
You can have that.
But one flourishing, what would you call it, thing of COVID, of course, is this album, Synthian. And the next track we want to play in a little bit is Never Enough. Now, I personally, that's my favourite. I've been seeing quite a lot of feedback on Bandcamp. That and The Wire. They seem to be the tracks that seem to be resonating most with people in terms of inspiration and emotion and feeling. Where I mean, we probably asked you this obviously about Sleepwalking, but would you say that the inspiration and ideas have come from different places for this album? Or did you carry on? Did you sort of expand on things that you used from the debut album?
I feel like, I mean, to me, Synthian is a little bit like it's definitely a continuous work.
Mm-hmm.
It's I feel like obviously Sleepwalking is kind of our baby. It's like how everything started. We kind of shaped our sound a little bit through the album. Also, that was the first time we kind of met Oscillian and worked with him, who's our long-term collaborator, who's absolutely genius. And so Cynthia, I feel like, is like Sleepwalking's bigger sister. It's a little bit more mature, more bold. You've got like The Wire, which is a bit more of a darker, dark wave kind of track, and a little maybe a more, a few more colors in it, and a bit more out there. So I feel like, that's how I feel like with Cynthia. And I don't know about you, Lau. Definitely there's a new, I think the way we perform and the way we write and the way Oscillian produces, we all grew in the last few years. We all became we all stepped up a little bit. And again, we've been touring with Nina now for years, so we have a bit more experience. We know what songs should sound like. We know a bit more about arrangement and about vocals and harmonies and production, and we're very, very involved. And I always say in interviews, we're perfectionists, so we always look at all the details. We make sure there's nothing out of place, nothing that would bother us, because that's going to be there forever, and we want to be very proud of it. And with Cynthia and listening to the album, I was listening to it again today, and I'm so proud of it.
I can see you're smiling. You've got a massive smile on your face right now. Yeah, I can tell you're proud.
That's a good feeling to have. It was really, really, really hard work, and at one point we thought we weren't going to make it.
Oh no! Oh
but,
gosh!
It's just been really hard. struggling, being in different cities. Auxilia lives in actually different countries. Auxilia lives in Sweden. I had to fly to Argentina. It was like, so it took ages, but I'm so happy with the final result.
Good.
And these 10 tracks are amazing. And I think we all grew. And there are a few songs that are about breakup, which is a little bit a continuation of Sleepwalking.
Yeah.
I don't know why we always end up writing about breakup.
Well, it's kind of what we've gone through, Yeah,
lots to draw from, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I was kind of predicting the future. It's weird because I don't know. I was writing always about breakups when I wasn't really split up at that point. But it's
classic trope, isn't it? Just like love and love lost,
not just for
love
Synthwave,
and unrequited love.
Longing.
It's a good longing.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We all
man.
know what it feels like, and
part of the human condition.
You can't carry on. Yeah, it's really, really horrible, and I think maybe that's why some people connect. But then there's other themes that Nina wrote wonderfully about technology and human nature.
The desire for human touch, feeling disconnected from everyone, from the world. So
do you
like
feel
the wire?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you kind of feel it resonates even more now with the time it come out? Sorry, Lau, I did interrupt.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Nina, you can talk about.
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
It feels like sometimes this happens, isn't it? You're talking about being prophetic and almost writing without the future in mind, but then it kind of comes true. Do you feel like now, as it's landing now, it's got a lot to say about where we are as a society?
It does, yeah. It's strange, actually. Like you said, Lau. I mean, it's kind of almost like, that this album fits so perfectly to the times now, and everyone can relate to a lot of things that we were saying, like Runaways about unity and sticking together in bad times. Then you've got the distance, which is the distance between people, lovers or family members, but you get through it together, things like that. So it kind of fits perfectly to the time now. A lot of people were wondering if it's a good time to release an album now. But I think right now, especially, people really need music. They have all this time, and they need something to be inspired.
You're like the Simpsons of Synthwave. You're like the Simpsons of Synthwave. They're really good at predicting things in episodes of the Simpsons, aren't they? Of things in the future.
You've got 3 producers on this album. You got your regular collaborator Auxilian, Richard X. You've got Till Wild. Did you seek out extra producers because you wanted a specific sound and you knew what the kind of work they did, or did you get them on board because they're pals or whatever, and then that shaped?
It just happened. We've been writing for 2 years, and in fact, up until the last minute, we were still writing songs. So we have a huge amount of demos. Huge amount. We were writing
B-side album.
B-side, the lost B-side.
I always tell Nina we have enough material for a third album, but again, we're picky, so we want to write new stuff.
Yeah.
But we've evolved, so we don't want to use songs. But anyway,
they're new to us.
I always tell the story. I always tell the story that we wrote Beyond Memory maybe 5 years before it actually came out.
Wow.
And It Kills Me. I mean, we wrote that in 2010. 10 years ago, we wrote It Kills Me, and then it ended up being in our album, So it just happened. It's not like we were sourcing. Of course, Auxilian was our main producer, so he gives the album an overall sound and coherence, which is great. But we would just do trial and error. People send us music all the time and ideas, and we collaborate loads. And then we really, really pick the strongest tracks. I never want a filler in an album.
There is no filler, it's all killer.
Yeah, Sum 41. Sum 41. Nicely done. Guys,
there's all bangers, no mash.
I haven't heard that expression.
Guys, we're going to play the next track because we're coming up to the hour mark. So I'm going to start playing Never Enough. And just stay tuned. We just got the news after the track. Nina and LAU are going to stay with us, and we're going to chat for them for about another 15-20 minutes afterwards. So, stay tuned. We'll be right back. more dancing there from Lau. Nicely done. Welcome back to Forever Synth on Riverside Radio. We are here with Lau and Nina talking about the new album Synthian. And we were just going to sort of touch on longevity, how long it's sort of taken for this thing to come out. Because, of course, you guys released Calm Before the Storm back in December 2019 when, coronavirus wasn't even a thing. Well, it might have been. We don't know yet. Anyway. Not in this country. And, of course, it's been 6 months since that and this release. You must have been absolutely gagging to get this thing out there. Must be painful.
It's always like that. You just want to get things out there, especially like when it's still fresh. You don't want to sit on a track for ages. But let me just correct you. I believe that
it was longer.
Came out then, and the Calm Before the Storm actually came out the year before.
Oh, you tricked me in the background.
2018.
Flipping heck.
December 2018.
Joseph.
I said that during the break. I said it had been long, and then I heard you guys saying 6 months and making me look like the idiot on air. Thanks, guys.
I think it was.
Thanks.
It wasn't Calm Before the Storm.
That was automatic call. So yeah,
it's Lau's fault.
No.
Thank you.
They always blame the label.
Exactly.
It's I'll blame the distributor always. So you can blame the label. So yeah, we did the Calm Before the Storm as a kind of a teaser single because we released Beyond Sleepwalking. Was it I think March 2018? I can't remember exactly the month, and we felt it was like nine months later. Fans already were asking when's the next album gonna come out.
So impatient.
They always are.
Dare they?
Fine.
We're not all out for Chrome, Yayo.
So it's fine. I don't mind it, but they push us to keep writing, which is great. And at the time, we did the Calm Before the Storm. It was pretty much the only song that we were really happy with, and it was finished. And we thought, let's put that out as a single. We know the album's coming, but we didn't know the album was going to take like another year and a half,
Yeah.
But it's fine, it was a single. Then Automatic Call a few months later. I can't remember what month.
Actually, nearly a year later, wasn't it?
Was it a year?
It was last November or something.
Because that came out
November 2019. Yeah. So a year. Nearly a year later.
Wow, and then they both appear.
The thing is, Synthia was meant to come out much earlier. Like it was planned even like late, wasn't it planned like late 19? And then it was like early 2020. We've been telling people, and then it was just drag and lots of things happened.
Leaving us on tenterhooks.
Yeah. But
you knew we needed it now.
We kept rewriting, and we have tons of demos, but they just weren't good enough, And it's always exciting to write new songs, obviously. We always want to write new songs, and we like them better than the songs we've been hearing for so many years. But to me, the trick to be a really good songwriter and producer and all that, the best trick is to, when you listen to a song and you never get tired of it, and you can finish it and play it again, and play it again, and you can't get enough for those 3 minutes. You want to hear it again and again. That's when you have a really good song. And I wanted to make sure the whole album was like that. I didn't want a song that were like, oh, I've heard it now, I don't want to hear it again. So
all bangers, no mash.
Yeah, exactly. All bangers, no mash. So that's why it took us so long, basically. But yeah.
Well, is it frustrating that we can't see you touring the new material right now? Do you have COVID crisis? Do you have plans to live stream any gigs? I mean, we've seen other people doing it to varying degrees of success and quality as well. I mean, I suspect the perfectionist you are, you would want it to look amazing as well as sound amazing.
Well, yeah, it should be. You just want to give the best, the best kind of thing. And it's a bit of an issue with us, isn't it? Because we live in different countries right now.
Yeah.
The issue is the latency. So we've tried it. We've tried trying to play a song, through Zoom or whatever, and it doesn't work. There's a latency. There's a few seconds latency. So
you would have to pre-record it, really.
Yeah, what we can do is pre-record, and we are doing a few acoustic sessions for Patreon. So patreon.com, NINA Sound UK. You see all our
sign up immediately.
Exclusive. Yeah, we've done an acoustic version of Synthian, and we're doing acoustic version of They Up On Us, and probably all the songs in the album eventually. So sign up, it really helps us to keep doing music. Yeah.
Glenn will be over the moon that you just mentioned his name. He'll be so over the moon. Someone else that's over the moon, by the way, Damien Jackson has just messaged me to say you guys have absolutely knocked it out of the park with Synthian. He absolutely adores it. He just wanted you guys to know that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yay.
And not only that, but I believe the numbers have been pretty good on the Apple charts and the electronic charts. I think I saw a tweet the other day that it was really high up. I mean, I can't remember exactly what number it was, but yeah, that must feel blooming awesome.
Number 1 in Canada.
Wow, there you go. Look at that.
Number 2 in America.
They know what's good.
Wow.
They do know what's good.
And then number 6 in the UK and Germany.
What about
so yeah, it was good.
What about Azerbaijan? Did Azerbaijan sort of feature in that chart at all? No, I didn't say.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Do you
I don't think they know us over there.
It must be good to have a crossover. He says, doing that with his fingers, because like you said, it is proper songwriting. Right? It could be done in any genre. Yes, it's broadly in synthwave, but you write songs, man, and that's the thing that I think is getting the cut through and getting the repeated listens.
Yeah.
And that I can listen to this again with 3 minutes of pop-tasticness because they're proper songs. And you've honed that, you've carved that.
And you're gonna hear that if you guys go on Patreon, check out our acoustic versions. That I really enjoy recording those songs with guitar and vocals. And
they still work.
When you strip it down, it works fantastically. So you strip it down and you hear the harmonies, the beautiful lead melody, the lyrics, and just beautiful chord progression. I think that's when you got a nice substantial song.
Saw quite a lot of that from you.
This is a throwaway
interesting
pop.
experiment. Yeah, it's very interesting to sing it like that.
Because you two actually used to, well, I say used to, you've done quite a lot of those acoustic things on, I think I remember seeing them on Twitter, but I don't know if they were links from YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, I mean, it's, I just think that sort of thing, to just pick it up and do it. I mean, do you sit there and practice, or do you literally just go live and think, that's it, let's go for it, first take?
No, I think it's, we usually practice a little bit, and it's like a lot of actually try and error. So we like film ourselves, and then we just laugh so much. Lau makes a mistake, I make a mistake, and it's like back and forth, and then at some point we get so tired, we're just like, we're just gonna use that one. Whatever. So they're really short. We never managed to do a whole song. It's like only the verse and chorus. That's all we can do.
But it's great because it's always it's our favorite songs. So we'll be doing
It's
not a fun. It's just a bit of fun,
80s, Take My Breath Away or whatever, like really cheesy. Yeah,
Robin's great. I bet she had a lot of influence actually on a lot of artists that actually write songs. Before it was, if she came out now, she might be accepted into this synthwave scene a little bit more.
There's a few like that.
Out there,
yeah, I mean, you could even say. I mean, you could say it about churches. I think even Fever Ray, Grimes as well. I mean, they all came out a little bit prior to this. But you're right. I think we could probably play their stuff on this show, and I don't think anyone would bat an eyelid, to be honest. So you
might get a few purists.
It's synth music. It's just I mean, we're totally inspired by Robin and Grimes for sure. I mean, we really respect them, and it's fantastic. I'm actually toured with Robin.
Oh, flipping it. Clang, 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 clang. Another name drop. Just touring with Robin. Yeah. Nice. Congrats.
She's amazing. She's a great DJ as well. She's got her own label. I really love her. I think she's fantastic. I really look up to her. So
massive
talented.
Clang there. Name drop.
Oh, lucky people. Lucky pups.
Can't help it, mate.
That's very impressive.
Lau, let's briefly, because I think we've probably got about another 5 minutes left. Let's briefly talk about your new venture into solo stardom. You've started creating some material. What's the inspiration behind this? It seems to be a popular thing right now. Obviously, Ollie Ride is sort of doing things away from FM84. Obviously, Josh Daly's doing it with that 1980. It seems to be people want to spread their wings and show the world what they're made of.
Yeah, it was a natural progression. It kind of had to happen in a way. And I felt compelled. I've been writing for a long time, and I mean, we started this project with Nina in 2011 or so, and it's been a journey. It's been nearly 9 years, nearly a decade writing together, and it's great. But I've got a very different voice, and always writing with Nina, we would write thinking of her, obviously, doing the lead vocals. So now what can I do with my vocals? Where is my tone? Where is my rhythm taking me? And what are my lyrics? So I consider my stuff more retrowave than synthwave.
Okay.
Bit more upbeat, like you've heard it already.
Definitely
but,
faster tempo, definitely.
Something
And
to dance
inspiration-
to and like
So,
Knock stuff off my
and
shelf.
again,
we have quite a different taste. Like even though we did this journey together, like now after growing together and doing all this together, I feel like we're going slightly for our individual artistry, slightly different paths. So I kind of I've got that darker kind of melancholic side that I'm really into, that I've always had. Like the way I write is it's more dark and more
ballad
sad and
synthwave
Depeche
almost.
Mode-y, and Lau is very flash dance and like and rhythmical high and I love that so much. But some things maybe just don't suit me, some things might not suit her. So it's like it's nice to kind of explore that and find our individual artistry a little bit.
Wonderful. I mean, those paths are diverting. Are they?
Yeah,
do you think they'll cross? You've mentioned obviously the paths are going slightly different ways. Are they likely to cross again? Do you think? And keep crossing. This isn't a sort of an ultimate separation as such, is it? You'll come back and we'll expect more material. That's the important thing.
Did you both? Will we hear Nina and Lau's album? Did you co-write any of the tracks for Lau's new stuff? Or
no. So Lau actually that's completely just her own. I mean,
Wow.
I'll let you talk about it, but yeah, that's completely Lau. So I wasn't actually involved in that. I was focusing on my own stuff as well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
so,
hear it now.
I think when we write together, we do wonderful things and our voices work really well together. So I sing very low. I always sing the low octave and harmonies, and we write together with Nina's voice in mind, and her range and her style, and she can sustain long notes for days. She's got
Mariah Carey.
I'm a different kind of singer. Yeah, I'm different. So and for me, it's a bit more upbeat, a bit more rhythmic. I mean, I am a drummer after all, and I'm rhythmic in my singing, and I appreciate rhythmic singers.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Olive Bride, and I mean, I love when a vocalist can be rhythmic, and obviously belting it as well. But they're usually very sad lyrics. And that is one thing I love about going back to Robin. You would be dancing, but you'll be crying.
Yeah. Dancing on my own, absolutely.
Yeah. Kiss her, and all that. So I love that bittersweetness juxtaposition of songs. I love it. So that's kind of what my album it's starting to sound like. It's beautiful, upbeat music. You can call it pop or retrowave or synth pop, and then the lyrics are quite profound and painful. Brilliant. So yeah.
Excellent.
The inspiration is heartache.
You artists,
you artists,
drawing from the soul.
You're all the same, really. Yeah. You've all got the same professionalism and levels of perfection, and it's again from where we're watching, it's really good to see. We love that you've managed to keep up the production levels. We love the album, and we hope the numbers stay high. We hope people keep listening, and everyone's looking forward to the next stuff. I mean, obviously, Lau, with your solo bits, you've sent out a couple of teasers, and I mean, I don't know whether they were sent out by you or whether they've somehow made it to us illegally, but that they sound really good. That's all I'm saying. So very exciting times.
I bought Stunning Above Board from Bandcamp. It was all legal.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you did. Yeah, no, it's going to be a good album. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I think that I'm hoping for all strong tracks and
wonderful,
no fillers.
Brilliant. All killers, no fillers.
Yeah, exactly.
Other way around. All mash, no bangers. No, hold on. Yeah, reverse that.
Guys,
all bangers, no mash.
We've come to the end, unfortunately. So we're going to go out with Stunning. Obviously, Lau, that's your track. Guys, thank you so much for coming and joining us here on Forever Synth. Really great to talk to you. Congratulations on the album. Everyone's loving it. Yeah, what more can you want during a pandemic? So what more can you want?
I know, right?
Thanks so much for having us.
Synthian, Stunning, and then Dana Jane Phoenix's album with Power Nerd are the three things that have come out in this pandemic that I just had on constantly. So thank you guys. Thanks for the music to keep us happy.
Of course, thank you so much for listening and your support. It really means a lot, honestly. Thank you.
And there's more coming, so hold tight.
Watch this space. Hold tight. Scream before you go faster.
Don't go anywhere.
No. Thank you, guys.
Thanks again. You take care.
All the best.
Enjoy yourself.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
You stole everything you could grab. How could it be so crazy in love? And now you cry 'cause I'm moving on, 'cause you know you've lost and I've let you go. I'm fed up. The moment has come.
That was LAU with Stunning. If you just missed them, unlucky. That was
Where
a great
were
interview.
you?
Yeah, where the heck were you? But the good news is it'll be on SoundCloud, it'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You will be able to listen to that again. But that was a superb interview. That was LAU and Nina on the back of the new Synthian album release, which is doing phenomenally well, which we love to hear. Love to hear.
I just want to applaud your tech skills. We went from Skype to Zoom.
It's
back to Skype.
Oh, I'm sweating. I will say that, definitely.
We did it. You did it.
Let's take another break with Riptide Hunter Complex, one of my tracks of 2020 so far. This is indeed Riverside Radio, and you are joined by my co-host Rob Dyson and myself, Joe Ward, on Forever Synth. My voice has gone a little bit croaky there through lack
I've got
of
dry mouth.
agua.
I should have had that beer.
Oh, don't mention beer, dude. I could so do with a beer right now after the day I've had, but you know, you certainly deserve yours, it sounds.
Oh, yeah. Tricky day today, tricky day. Jobs, who'd have them?
Well, be careful. I think a lot of people probably would. Right
Actually,
now
that was a really awful thing to say. Yeah. We are very glad to have our jobs.
We're very, very lucky.
And not be furloughed or unemployed in these troubling times.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
But yeah, and as we know, not just jobs, but you know, the music industry's obviously taken a hit. I mean, Nina and LAU, of course, have managed to release some much-needed material, an uplift for the scene, which, of course, I think everyone's very, very grateful for. But you can see it throughout the world. I mean, you can see it not just in music, but showbiz. Ellen DeGeneres, who annoys the heck out of me, doing her show, I think, from her massive, probably outdoor courtyard with 1 million fountains and palm trees and everything. And, you know, David Spade and the likes all sort of doing it. And I still cannot fathom the fact that this is where we're at.
I know. I've quite enjoyed the. Have you been watching any of like Josh Gad or other people's reunion videos? So you know, meeting up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cast from 1990.
Sorry, I was wondering what the heck you were on about there. But yeah, I think did I watch a bit? I feel like I was flicking through. I started, and then Anna said, "No, Joe, that was it." So no. All right, fine.
I suppose you were one when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out.
I was but a little white speck in someone's eye, yes. I was a nothing. Literally not worth knowing. Well, you couldn't know me, but yeah.
Terrible conversationalist at 0 years old. Can't believe it.
Definitely, yeah. Couldn't have a conversation for toffee. So what we'll do to take us through to the half-hour mark, we're going to play a track. Again, it's not a new one, but it's a blooming good one. It's 1984, not by Siamese Youth, but by Electric Runner featuring Kenny Lane on vocals. Big fan of Kenny Lane's vocals. I don't know about you, man. Big fan.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to recall it now.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, again, Jules and that do a really good job of knowing every single lyric and every single F sharp and C flat of every synthwave song ever made, which is great. I am jealous. That's why I'm bringing it up. I'm obviously very jealous of what they've got and the knowledge they have. But yeah, I mean, I think you'll recognise the lyrics as soon as you hear them. They're very obvious. You'll recognise them. So,
it's a bit bad because well, it's a bit bad and good because during this period of time, like we were talking a little bit, touching upon with Nina and LAU, that it's afforded us time and space to sit and bathe almost with an album. Yep. So I've only really been listening to Synthian, to Cave Boys release still, to a bit of Hunter Complex. And I haven't been juttering around and flittering around as much, despite doing the new release Friday playlist.
Yeah, that sort of thing keeps you on top of it, which is quite lucky.
It's the only thing I think. Yeah.
Nice. All right, well, in the meantime, stay with us. We're going to play 1984 by Electric Runner and Kenny Lane on vocals. And then after that, we're just going to throw a bit of music out there, willy-nilly, see what happens. We'll definitely play a bit of XYLE. He released Dead Flamingo, I think it was about a month ago. So we'll listen to that after this.
one step, one step. You know it was one step. Why? In 1984, you didn't grab my hand, just tell that you love me. I can't believe my eyes, all the time that we wasted, and we can't change it now. What are you waiting for? Why don't you grab my hand and tell me just what you think? I can't believe my eyes, all the time that we wasted, and we can't change it now. We've wasted no time. We've wasted our time. In 1984, and we can't change it now. This is Rivers.
Welcome back to Riverside Radio, joined by myself, Joe Ward, and my plucky co-host, Rob Dyson, over there
Lucky.
in South London.
Hey man, what did you buy on Bandcamp Day?
Well, on this occasion, I didn't because my money's going in shares. So
you're a big finance guy now.
Well,
You
but
should
then
listen to.
I can use the
what do you
profits.
call it?
I'll use the profits. I'll buy my own Bandcamp. I'll start my own Bandcamp and then my own hotel.
What is it? What is it? Wait, I'm trying to think of the wave. Bart Graf sometimes makes it something wave.
The wave.
Wall Street Wave.
Wall Street Wave. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we're only in four figures, mate.
Wave.
So I'm Wall Street. I'm more like, I don't know, Pudding Mill Lane kind of thing, where of course the Great Fire of London started. Random fact for you. So yeah, not Wall Street at all. Dude, let's
There were
stop.
some.
Sorry, go
There were some
ahead.
charity albums, weren't they? So I was just going to say. But if we haven't got time, I won't talk about it.
No, because we can, because I mean, we're going to play a track from it. You got the second Headphone Music label album, and I got the first one on the second Bandcamp. So we actually own both of them.
Nice.
Is it $10 for you? I think it was $10 for the whole thing, wasn't it? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's the
great. 50 tracks.
End Racial Injustice album.
They're on it. They're very much on it. Yeah, and the fact they've got so much music and so many artists ready to sort of add to an album, they must have a lot of friends.
Yeah, and the Retro Promenade collection was really good too. Everybody Love Everybody. And again, most of the artists, I think, wrote, produced, delivered new material within 4 days. And again, like Racial Injustice.
It's that easy to make synthwave, people. That easy. Just
makes it look easy.
open your laptop, download an app, make synthwave. No instructions necessary. Just make synthwave, and then we haven't yet done that, have we? So really, we can't really preach when we don't actually do it.
It had some really eminent producers like OCS, and Xennon, and Bart Graft again. Although Bart Graft gave an old track, saying. But yeah, both these albums were, and sort of Phaserland and Netrunner, but both of these albums were raising money and funds for great causes and charities linked to Black Lives Matter, because this movement is so very important right now. It's quite frightening what's happening in the States and around the world.
Frightening, but refreshing in terms of it.
If a change is going to come,
exactly. What's his name? Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke.
Indeed.
I think it was Sam.
Which
Cooke,
was picked by OCS, OSC rather.
OSC
this week. My God, what's wrong with me? It's been a long day. You can tell, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude, let's take a break. Let's listen to a bit of Dead Flamingo by XYLE. Now, we played a track from him not long ago. I think it was called Forever and Ever, I think, something like that. But this one is called Dead Flamingo. He released it about a month ago. I mean, this guy's part of the Toronto kind of scene, isn't he? You can find him DJing at Tilt Arcade Bar. He knows them all. Yeah, with Jules. Yeah. Lucky guy, lucky part of the world. This is one of his tracks. If you like it, go and check him out at the Tilt Arcade Bar when the damn thing opens again. Holy hell, that was heavy, wasn't it?
That was some hard stuff right there. But I liked it, man.
There's probably some of you trying to sleep right now, and we've probably just completely ruined that for you. You must be awake.
Get down. A bit of a headache.
A bit of a headache. That's probably through lack of water and anger and anguish and pain and suffering, Rob.
I think that's it. That's it. I'm an old man now, so I've hit middle age. Everything's dramatic, like it was when I was a teenager. Existential angst.
Excellent, blimey. Yeah, sounds deep, man. Feel free to not ask me to help you out about that sort of stuff because I don't really know how to deal with that. So yeah, I'm a little bit.
Let's line it up. Let's line it up.
Yeah, why not?
Let's lighten the mood.
Yeah, let's lighten up with Von Kaiser. Kaiser. Now unfortunately for the UK, they found themselves right on the end of the live streams that went out because, of course, they're over the pond, and I woke up to basically end our coverage of the live stream. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and I caught the last 4 tracks. My God, those guys have got some lights. I mean, I think they did it in their what looked like a triple garage. They had like 5 different cameras set up.
They were not social distancing.
Well, actually, no. Do you know what? I'd say they might have been actually. They really used the space. But they're really, really good performer. I mean, the guy's got a very distinct voice. And yeah, generally, I think everyone looks forward to a Von Kaiser album now. And I picked the best track, I thought, from the album, Sliding Doors, which we're going to play any second. What's
named after the Gwyneth Paltrow movie.
Cool fact.
Hope not.
Really good. Oh, it's got a really long intro, so I'm going to start playing it now. I can carry on talking over it. Lucky guys.
That kind of song just slipped past. There's been so many new releases, and that kind of it has passed me by a little bit. I'm hasten to say, so I will give it a real good listen.
It's a pretty good album, I must admit. I reviewed the one before it. Again, very, very good. They're very, very consistent, I must say. And I certainly don't feel like they just make another album. That this one was different. I feel like they went for a slightly different angle. They're very good at riffs and hooks. The lyrics are they're quite meaningful. They
kind of write songs, don't they? And again,
they do,
like we were talking about with Nina and LAU, could be done in a different genre, and that's why it's a bit of a cut above.
Yeah,
talking about sunsets and DeLoreans. So not that there's anything wrong with that either, folks.
No, definitely not. So this is it. This is Sliding Doors, my pick from their latest album. This is Von Kaiser.
On the open air, all the memories that it conjures there, so sweet and unfair, the best and worst of all of my time there. When I used to lie, when you used to take flights, when the summer sun never died outside. Sliding door always takes you back in time. The streets of rage with no consequence in the neon light, so beautiful tonight. The streets of rage with so much to say. Pale moonlight, everything looks strange tonight. All the palm trees sway back and forth in the breeze. All my thoughts and words seem to flow with ease. So serene, this high. In this Cadillac up the canyon road tonight. When we used to fight, when you used to lie, when the conversation never died on the vine, when
was Sliding Doors by the wonderful Von Kaiser. And if you haven't checked out the album, I sincerely suggest you go and do so. Especially you, Rob. Especially you.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I put on the one instrumental track on the Friday new release playlist. That wasn't a shun of the vocals, because the vocals are great, but it was Aquamarine. I just really liked it, and I was in the mood for it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go and listen to the whole thing.
Good. Yeah, no, I'd definitely make that your album of the week. Obviously, something we do on Forever Synth is we let you know what track we'll listen to for the week, and we invite a guest, and we're probably going to make a bit of a change to that to try and sort of get the scene a bit more involved. Because, quite frankly, do you really care what us at Forever Synth are listening to?
Who cares what we're listening to?
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna start asking more and more artists in the scene to give us their picks. So yeah, right. The next track we've got coming up is a track we've actually played before in its original state. We Are Neon by Kumiko 25, but this one is a Tangerine Beams remix.
Ooh, not Tangerine Dreams.
Not Tangerine Dreams. Tangerine Beams. You know, really, really such a synthwave play on words. You know, not a lot of thought, but it works. And he's basically it's called Reworks Volume 1, and he's done stuff for Kazarina, Millennium Falcon, Pterodyne, Full Eclipse, Color Theory, loads and loads of stuff. If you haven't actually checked out the album, again, I sincerely suggest you go and do that, because it's actually really, really good. I think I've found about 4 tracks on there that are solid 9 out of 10s. Solid 9 out of 10s.
Oh, Full Eclipse. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at it right now. That's another one I'm going to stick to my list. Thanks,
Joe. There you go. No problem at all. So yeah, this is it. We Are Neon, Kumiko 25, Tangerine Beams remix. Welcome back. We have reached what is effectively the end of the show, a 2 hour special, and we'd like to thank Nina and LAU for joining us for a good portion of that to talk about the new album Synthian, which we adore.
Bidor. That was really lovely. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We should come on, guys, join us because we can do much longer interviews now. And for a long piece like that,
we trust ourselves. We've got basically.
We were frightened of the technology.
We were, and that's the thing. And I must admit, I was a little bit frightened today. Obviously, having you on Skype when you're on Skype now, but earlier the chat was done on Zoom. Before that, you're on Skype and sort of switching between everything. I thought something is gonna give something, but it didn't actually, and it held. Probably we'll get to the end of it, and it didn't record. Something like that.
I take the Zoom interview, so we can always do that on YouTube.
Excellent.
I like that. We on Neon. That sounded a bit Robin-y.
Yeah.
Considering we were talking about Robin earlier. With,
small world. That is it then. So, guys, we just want to remind you that you can obviously follow us on Twitter, on Instagram at Forever Synth. We're on Facebook. We don't really sort of do much in the way of Facebook, though. But our episodes are on SoundCloud, Spotify, until Spotify inevitably take them down. Just the way the world's going.
I think we've got everyone's permission, haven't we?
I don't know. I hope so. And, of course, not only do we go out on live on Riverside Radio, we go out live, well, not live, we get syndicated on a bunch of other radio stations and YouTube channels. Hit it. Go, Rob.
KB Indie.
Neo Radio.
Mod Snap Radio.
Progwave Radio.
And SLE, new guys.
New guys. And of course,
RetroSynth
RetroSynth.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. Why do I feel like, how many is that? That's 6, isn't it? That was 6.
Magic number.
Mod Snap, Progwave. Yeah, I think we said them all. KBND. Yeah, I hope so. We'll leave it at that, guys. If we missed you out, we're so sorry. We love the fact that you play our show. We're so grateful. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with us for 2 whole hours. Next week is also another 2-hour episode, which we're extremely excited about. Until then, we're going to go out with what has been my favourite track of the lockdown. It's not a guy that actually makes synthwave, but he's made a little EP back in 2017. This track is Division Avenue by Crystal Clear. Thank you much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves as much as we have, and we shall speak to you in a week's time. Take care.
Week's time. Goodbye, guys. Take care. Be safe.
causing pressure to speak my mind. I can see a highway road across our venture plain. Has the last straw broken? Do you still feel the same? You and I forgot something bigger than the law. Stranger love, and we tear out every page, leave nothing left to waste. Stranger love, not in your nature to be vacant, and it don't matter who's right. Just thought you should know that you can call it what you know. You can call it what you say. Stranger love. I never killed the feeling like the one we had. When I said I would be there, my work just held me back. So we go through the motion and swear on our life. No one else can miss on me. No one else has your life. You and I tongue.